good morning, and welcome to Midnight Monday Motivation. I am Tiffany R. Easley, your source strategist, teaching you how to live the life of your dreams by soaring beyond the drama, trauma, and challenges of life. I hope that you had a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed some sunshine in your area. I know my weekend was amazing, and I'm excited about this upcoming week. I just know that it's going to be a great week for all of us. Today was challenging when I was trying to come up with the topic of today's motivation, not the content, just the topic. So today we are going to talk about real life talk. I am going to be very transparent, very real, straight to the point, and I may get some backlash from it, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to share something that's near and dear to my heart, so much so that a lot of the points for today's motivation came from a piece that I wrote in 2015, so almost 4 years ago. And I think it's relevant today, and honestly I don't think the topic will lose relevance over time. So again, today we're going to talk about real life talk. I think a lot of times in life we get so busy doing life that we forget important things. First of all, your life is a gift. It's a gift that you need to share with other people. You need to share the good, not necessarily the bad. You can share the lessons that you've learned from the bad and how you've become a better person, but not necessarily the bad. And then the indifferent, the things that have just maybe grown you, or things that have you've learned over time and it's made you a better version of yourself. I think it's very important that we do share that information with individuals. But there's 3 things that I believe you can use as a gauge or thermometer about how you live your life here on this earth, and it'll help you be a better person. And when I say you, me included, the first thing is your lifestyle, which, if you define lifestyle, it is your typical way of life. And I ask you this question as I ask myself this question: Tiffany, how are you living? Are you living a life that's helping other people, that's encouraging other people, that's inspiring other people, that's helping them to be a better version of themselves? And if at any point I have to say no to any of those questions, I need to check how I'm living. Why do I say that? Because the way in which we live is not to hurt or harm anyone. It is to help other people. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have bad days. Mornings before noon are not my good times, but I'm mindful of that. So I know before noon, I need to try a little harder. I need to smile a little more, and I need to put a little bit more energy forward, because that's just not my peak time. But in saying that, I have a responsibility in how I live. I have a responsibility in the lifestyle that I choose. I have a responsibility in how I respond to other people. So let me ask you, how are you living? What's your lifestyle built up around? Is it built up around positivity or negativity? Is it built up around being a leader or a follower? Is it built up around being a person who becomes an individual who is of influence versus all the things that you can gather, the names, the accolades, and the titles? Think about that, because your lifestyle does matter, not just for you, but for those that you've been called to serve. Number 2, do you have the capacity to lead? What does your leadership style look like? Short, quick story here. When I was in corporate America, I always desired to be in leadership. I was fortunate enough to be put under a leader who saw my leadership capabilities, and I quickly promoted to a leadership position. It was the worst 9 months of my life. Why? Not because I didn't have the capacity to lead. I just wasn't leading in the environment that I needed to be leading in. And the other thing I learned was leadership doesn't always have a title. Leadership is a position, and sometimes it does not come with a title. Yes, you can walk in a place and lead by example and never say a word. Never say a word. So how are you leading? Do you have the capacity to lead? Capacity to lead means that you have the ability to not carry your feelings on your shoulders. You have the ability to be quiet when you really want to say something. You have the ability to respond and not react. Do you have the capacity to lead? Ask yourself. I ask myself that every day, even interacting with people in the workplace. Do I have the capacity to lead? When I'm leading a call or in a conversation with a friend, how am I showing up from a leadership perspective? Am I owning my own truth? And am I accepting their truth? That's part of leadership. So how are you leading? And the final thing is legacy. Are you building a lifestyle and leading from a place and a position where you can leave a legacy? Legacy is something that is brought on from the past. So most of the time when you think of legacy, you think of money or an endowment. But it's not just that. It's the morals, the values, the ethics that you learn that are passed down generation to generation. A legacy could simply be a recipe from your grandma. But still, how is your lifestyle and leadership aligning with the legacy that you want to leave for those who are coming behind you? And if you cannot answer those 3 questions with a positive answer, then you really need to think about how you're living. Because the last thing you want to do is to leave this earth and not have impacted someone from a positive place. We are here to encourage, inspire, and love on one another. And the best way for us to do that is to have a lifestyle that's conducive to helping one another and to lead from a place of love and authenticity, and then to leave a legacy of love and authenticity. Again, I know it's a hard message, a hard pill to swallow, and it may not seem like a Monday motivation, but I really want you to think about how you're living. And for me too, I'm examining how I'm living with the interactions that I have with people, the relationships I build with people, the way I communicate with people. I am examining those interactions to make sure that they are valuable and to make sure that they are positive. Again, ask yourself, how are you living? I am Tiffany R. Easley, your source strategist, teaching you how to live the life of your dreams by soaring beyond the drama, trauma, and challenges of life. Be sure to go ahead and link with us on social media at Tiffany R. Easley, or hop over to our website at tiffanyreasley.com. I hope you have an amazing Monday and you have a great week. Until next time.